All right, we've covered blocking. So, what is a deadlock on SQL Server?
Well, a deadlock is a little bit worse than blocking. What a deadlock means is that there's been a clash with two or more transactions where they get hung up on each other so that neither one can proceed. It's like a circular standoff. And SQL Server fixes it by just determining one of them that it picks one of them and it just kills that one and rolls it back. So that can happen in a lot of ways, but the difference between really that and what we looked at with blocking is that your blocking will eventually finish, hopefully. But with a deadlock, one of them is being chosen and terminated, and it usually happens pretty quick. And if you're not aware of this, to know that you've got code or transactions running that might be being terminated, you need to really understand those and determine what kind of a impact will that have on the business case. So,
Why do deadlocks tend to really happen?
well, the key is you end up with some design in the code that puts you in a situation where you can't get out of it. Now, imagine a made up world where you've got a car and somebody else has a car, but neither of these cars have reverse. You've only got forward. And you both get like stuck halfway into a parking lot. And maybe your car does have reverse, but you're just too stubborn to use it. And you and this other car get stuck both going into the same parking spot. Now, there is no way that whatever happens here, that both of you are going to fit into that same parking spot. And eventually, whether it's being stubborn or getting out and pushing a car out of the way or whatever it may be, one of those cars is not going to make it into the parking spot. And that's the equivalent of the deadlock victim in SQL Server. Transactions are kind of like that, where if you end up with one query that modifies table one, and then another table that modifies another query that modifies table two, and then they each modify the other table, you end up in a position where the two queries have modified data in a way that you're going to have blocking, just like we talked about in the earlier section, but it's blocking that's kind of a circular blocking, where one of them stuck waiting on the other one, and no matter how long you wait, it will never resolve itself. And in that case, SQL Server could just loop forever and let that run and block forever. But what it does, it decides that there's a deadlock here. There's no way it's going to be resolved. So it figures that terminating one of those is better than having them both hang. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please click the thumbs up icon. And if you want to subscribe, click subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified when we have new videos. All right, have a great day.